in 2018, it was like little packets of like BCAAs and protein fat. Like
I
that's what they
don't
were
want
giving
that
out.
stuff.
Whereas
Like-
now you see they don't give it out. They just have like the little like
The shot glasses of them.
yeah, where they
Even
just
then, I don't
hand
want
you a
that. I don't want to
sample.
try your protein powder. Oh my goodness, it tastes exactly like Fruit Loops. Oh, it's the best. Stupid.
You look great in that shirt. I'm so happy I got you that shirt.
Yeah, I love it.
Got you that nice
This
haircut.
is the first time I've worn it. It's
Yeah.
thick. I don't even know what this is. It feels like it's knitted, but this isn't wool.
It's probably a poly cotton blend.
You think so?
I like the thickness, so.
Down with the
For sure.
thickness?
I mean, I'm usually thick, so.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, actually, I brought my other shirt here too that Sam bought me. Alex, I'll show you after. We'll do a runway show through this hallway.
We went shopping for me, and I ended up buying shirts for him.
Yeah. I was like, oh, you shouldn't have bought anything. She's like,
I wasn't going to, but they were on such a good price. I had to.
well, and if it's actually stuff I would wear, then
I
go
know.
for it. Yeah.
Well, I knew you were gonna.
Because when you're like, I bought you stuff, I was like, no,
Alex,
you
he was
don't.
literally. Oh, this is good for the podcast.
He's recording. Yeah.
Oh, we're.
Sam's very like binary with this. Eh?
No,
I
I
know
thought he was
everything's
gonna
on.
say
I know when
start.
it's no. He doesn't do that because it's
So
it's
we're
just
literally
go.
shopping. Multiple times you have said,
Sam.
"Oh, let's go shopping." Like I love shopping, and then we get to the mall, and he's like, "Yeah, I hate the mall. I hate shopping." And he like just sits on the couch, like the husband that sits on the couch.
No, that was
Were you not feeling good?
that was I wasn't feeling good. That
Oh,
day.
okay.
Yeah. I like shopping.
Because I was like, we get there, and I'm so excited to shop, and you're like, "I hate shopping," and I was
No, sorry. No, I wasn't feeling well, so I was like, I don't have the energy to like be on my feet and check stuff out.
okay.
Yeah.
So he just found that the nearest couch, and he
Yeah.
just sat on the couch.
Yeah, I was doing the dad thing. But like normally I would like shopping.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll
Anyways, nice shirt.
Yeah. Thank you.
So, on that note, so I was gonna say,
What are you gonna say?
in my recent years, as I'm getting older,
Yeah.
I have developed a fear. Right?
Yes. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yes. And we were talking about this the other day, right? So we've been doing a lot of traveling, right? And I'm petrified of flying. And then we figured out I did 13 flights in just the later quarter of this year.
13. Yeah.
That's crazy.
In my head, I was like, yeah, she did like 4 trips, so it's like maybe 8 flights.
I did 13
9 flights.
flights.
Yeah.
13 flights.
Yeah.
Since
July.
Since July.
End of July.
So okay,
Since the end of July.
last half of this year.
Yeah.
That's a decent amount.
I know.
And even one of those trips we drove.
It's good. You did pretty good on your last flight.
Yeah. I think because I knew it was my last flight of the year.
Maybe.
I don't have to do this again until next year.
I actually enjoyed that.
But isn't
flight.
that so weird that now I'm kind of craving it?
Are you?
I'm like craving going to the airport.
Well, I
It's
have
like
this thing.
Stockholm syndrome.
No. I think this is probably a common thing, right? Because I have it too, where it's like when you're done traveling or done the trip that you're on, and we'd done a bunch in a row. So we were like feeling definitely like, okay, I'm ready to come home. When we're home, I'm like, oh, this is nice. It's nice to be at home.
Mhm.
And then honestly, 3 days. And I was like, I could leave again. I was literally 2 or 3 days, and I was like,
I feel like if I was still in off season, I'd be like, yeah, let's book something else.
yeah.
But it's like
Yeah.
now knowing on prep, I know I'm
Yeah.
gonna just start saying no because
Yeah,
I just
no, for sure.
I just know how I'll feel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is fine. But
But it was fun to like
it was fun.
do all that stuff in a row and just be like,
So let's talk about what we did. So July was Florida.
yeah, that's not really when it all started though, but that was a trip.
What do you mean?
Well, okay, I guess
We're gonna start
I guess
from
it
our
was.
first trip of this year.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. So we went down to see. You went to see
Yeah.
Gem and Stu on a few days on your own, and then I joined.
Uh-huh.
That was so much fun. That's when we first got to see like where they live now.
That
and
was the best trip of my life so far. Yeah, that was the best trip of my life.
still, eh?
That was very important.
That's
trip.
good.
That was very
I'm
important.
very
trip.
happy for you. Seriously.
Yeah, that was good.
Then what was after that?
Well, you went back down to Florida a month later.
I did.
Yeah.
I went to Florida. Was
I
that?
I didn't travel until
No, that was
in September, and then you did Portugal.
Oh yeah, I did Florida again by myself.
Yeah, and then you did Portugal.
Then I did Portugal.
Yeah, I didn't travel until end of October, mid-October.
Wow.
Mid-October.
So, okay, I did 2 big trips.
Because
by
after
myself, then.
Thanksgiving was when we went mid-October.
Yeah, to Columbus.
No, we went to Edmonton.
Edmonton first.
We went to Edmonton for Andrew Coates. We went to his business event. That was really fun. Business fitness event. Met a bunch of cool people. And then a week after, literally 7 days after, drove to Columbus for Swiss. That was super fun. Ken Kanakin's event.
Yeah.
Met a lot more other people. That was a really good time.
And saw people we knew at both too, which was nice.
Yeah, it was nice. Especially like a lot of internet friends.
I
a lot
like
of
that.
internet friends.
Yeah. And like people that
I know you.
I follow you forever.
Yeah.
And you feel
So that
like
was
you've
good.
known them, and
Yeah, that was very nice.
I like that mix of like familiar faces and new.
Yeah, it was good. Swiss, and then that was a week later, and then 2 weeks off,
Yeah, and then Olympia.
and then Olympia in Orlando. That was sick.
It was so good.
I had tons of fun.
It was so good. It was so I had gone in 2018, and this one was even better. It was just so good.
Yeah, you went in Vegas.
I went in Vegas, yeah, and we're gonna go in Vegas next year. There's
Right, 'cause
no
they
way
alternate?
there's no way we're missing it.
No,
Like I'm gonna book the tickets now.
honestly, I didn't know what to expect, but I had a ton of fun. I was like, I could definitely do this every year. Like,
Yeah.
be like a tradition.
What did you like about it? As someone that, like, you had no expectations going in. Like 3 things that you like. That's not someone you can answer on the.
No, I
Yeah,
can't.
No.
I know we have a rule that you have to answer the phone if there's
Yeah,
someone.
you can't answer that.
But this one's got to stay private. Yeah.
Yeah.
It rhymes with Shmaron Schrames, big basketball player. You know, can't take that one. Very private.
That doesn't even rhyme, really. I was like, who's he talking about?
Who's he talking about? It was hard to
my
say
God.
his name with Shraz.
Yeah.
Anyways, what were we talking about?
Shmaron.
Shmaron.
Schrames.
Shmaron. Lashron. Just Schrames. No. Okay. What did I like about the Olympia?
3 things that stood out that's why you're like, that was a fantastic trip. And then I'll say mine in case you
The
don't.
girl with massive boobs. It's ridiculous.
No.
Yeah, no. There was someone there that was had been on the show My Strange Addiction, and she has crazy implants. Anyways, we won't stay on that. That was hilarious though.
Botched.
And My Strange Addiction.
Botched first,
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, that was insane. Anyways, stuff that stood out. We had a bunch of powerlifting friends come by. That was super fun for
That was fun.
like a deadlift thing. That was
That
super
was on
neat.
the Saturday, yeah. At the
Yeah.
expo on Saturday.
Yeah, at
That
the
was
expo.
really fun.
The expo in general
fun.
was super cool.
Really fun.
That was super fun. Alex, I think you would love the event in general. The show at night, but also the expo. Like both were super cool.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think of anything like else specific that I loved. The show at night was super cool. Seeing C-Bum on stage was super cool.
I liked
Yeah.
I liked like the sensory overload of the expo.
Me too. I just like events
It's
that are
like-
like intense. I'm not gonna lie. I just like
They advertised
Busyness.
it as like the most sensory overload in fitness.
yeah, that
Like
makes
it was
sense.
advertised.
Yeah,
at the expo.
that makes perfect
And
sense.
then seeing people that we met at the other conferences at the Olympia.
Yeah, that was super fun.
Like we saw Don and Andrew at the Olympia. We
Yep.
saw like a bunch of other people.
Yeah, that was nice.
There was powerlifting going on. You got some knee sleeves.
You got some
um,
knee sleeves.
Yeah, well, it happened. So we got 1 million energy drinks.
Yeah, you got 1 million energy drinks.
Right? Because the Olympia, like
Man, it's funny.
the trends change, right? So like when they were giving out like packets of like 1 scoop of protein, right?
Mhm.
Now they were just giving out like cans of energy, like everywhere was giving out
Which
energy
is like,
drinks.
to be honest, I'd prefer that trend anyway.
100%.
I don't want to try a random protein shake, dude.
Yeah. But that's
Like, I
what
mean-
in 2018, it was like little packets of like BCAs and protein fat. Like
I
that's what they
don't
were
want
giving
that
out.
stuff.
Whereas
Like-
now you see they don't give it out. They just have like the little like
The shot glasses of them.
yeah, where they
Even
just
then, I don't
hand
want
you a
that. I don't want to
sample.
try your protein powder. Oh my goodness. It tastes exactly like Fruit Loops. Oh, it's the best. Stupid.
Well, see, that's the thing
Stupid.
is that people really, the people they're marketing to care about the taste. Whereas,
not even that, it's just
whereas,
like-
we don't care about the taste. Like,
Not just
doesn't
that,
work.
but it's also like how I mean, I guess energy drinks are kind of the same. Everyone has an energy drink now. But like I don't I guess if you're into protein powder, it's just a weird thing. I'm not anti-protein powder. Like all my clients have basically consumed protein powder. I don't because I can't digest really any of them. But like I just like it just seems silly. I don't know, it seems old school. So it makes sense it was a 2018 thing.
yeah,
To be like, to just hand out samples of protein powders, being like, this is our hydrolyzed whatever isolate that's.
but they also want to like give out their trendiest new flavor because that
Yeah.
is what keeps people excited, right? Where they're like, oh my gosh, cinnamon bun from mom on Sunday morning. I want to try that. You know, it's like
They came out with a Cinnabon flavor.
you know what I mean, right?
Tastes
so it's like
exactly like
whereas
Fruity
like I went
Pebbles.
into Popeyes, the Popeyes you used to work at,
Yeah.
throwback, the other day to like buy protein and then pre-workout, sorry. And they're like, what flavor do you want? And I'm like I literally couldn't even
Be
care
like, bro,
less.
I don't care.
You know, it's just
Yeah,
like,
because that was actually a very common thing when I
Okay.
sold supplements there.
I
It's
prefer
like,
it to be unflavored.
yeah, people, very rarely would people come in for unflavored. They'd almost always be like, what's the best tasting one? I'm like, that's what you live for, is the best tasting protein? I just don't care, bro. I don't know. Give me we sold a couple, forget which brands. Mutant was one, and then another one where it's like, Mutant sold a birthday cake one.
Yeah. And probably Isoflex or something.
Maybe. But Mutant had chunks of like sprinkles in it. And like that was their gimmick.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I get it from just like being just out there, but like,
It's because if people are dieting and stuff and they want something really sweet, they're like,
okay,
You know
that's
what
a
I
good
mean?
argument. That's a good argument, especially because now I'm dieting, so I really respect
right?
that.
It's a treat.
I get it.
Like you said this last night, you're like, that's a treat.
Yeah, 100%.
Right?
But not gonna lie, like most people that go into Popeyes are like kind of just the average person
Yeah.
training.
Yeah.
Like most of them are not dieting. They're just trying to eat healthier. They enjoy the gym, you know, and they want to supplement to.
Well, because even when I walked in there the other day, I'm like, it's even sensory overload in here with all the different colors
definitely
and the
is.
shiny labels and
Yeah.
they try to be the brightest, like, you know what I mean? And it's
Mhm.
like, it's
Yeah.
foreign marketing. Like, I get it. But I'm like,
Yeah.
right? So if you were just going in there, like, one of your first times in there, you'd be like, I don't want
It's overwhelming. It was overwhelming for a lot of people. I remember people saying that, like they would comment that when they would come into the store and be like, "Oh my goodness, this is overwhelming."
Mm-hmm.
And then since I work there, you just know the store like the back of your
Yeah.
hand. So you're just like,
Yeah.
here's what, based on what you told me, here's what you need to focus on. Don't
Yeah.
worry about any of that, you know, because a
But-
lot of colors, a lot of lights, a
But
lot
now
of
they'll
shapes.
come in and they'll be like, oh, I saw so-and-so use X product on Instagram, so I want that. Like, Instagram has gone up since you've worked there. So
Yeah,
now
like
influencing has gone up.
yeah, I
so
didn't
it's
get
like-
any of those comments.
Yeah.
That's funny actually. Looking back, it's like nobody came in being like, "What's the one that C-Bum was using or whatever." Like,
Yeah.
there's no,
Yeah.
there was none of that.
Now for sure it's
I mean, there was that, but it was the what would have been
they would
last
see it in like muscular development or something.
magazine? I'm not that old. It wasn't like magazines weren't cool then.
I was still
was still
I was still
Instagram,
looking
so I
at the
guess.
fitness magazines.
To be honest, I don't think
Muscle
it
and
was. I
Fitness.
think it was still Instagram. But I just don't remember that having that much clout. Like I think now there's probably way more influence.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Like you're you're this company's ambassador and you have to post 4 times a month and you have to
so Instagram was still
put it in
big,
your
but you know what?
story.
It was probably even
Facebook too.
in YouTube. There's a lot of YouTubers still.
Yeah.
There was like probably a lot of that. Thinking back, I'm like, why did people come in? Like what did they tell me? Like where did they, you know what I mean? Like where was the influence marketing come from? I don't know. It was YouTube. It was some Instagram
feel
for
like
sure.
I feel like I mean, it wasn't that long ago. I feel like
No,
there was radio ads.
It wasn't. No, dude. It was not magazines and stuff. There's nobody was reading.
No,
magazines.
I'm saying we read the magazines when you were working
Sure.
at Popeyes for sure. So like
Sure.
some people would.
Sure. A highly competitive bodybuilder. Sure, you were. The
No,
average
but
person
sometimes
wasn't
they
getting a
leave
muscular
some of those.
development.
They leave some of those ones, like say Inside Fitness or something.
Mhm.
They have them at like say you're signing up for Good Life. They have them like at the little waiting tables and stuff. And people sometimes go through there. So maybe they're like about to sign up for the gym. They open this magazine, they see this ad, and they're like, "Oh well, I need PVL protein because it's right there."
And I guess like the magazines haven't necessarily died insofar as
they actually have 2 of them.
Yeah, no, I mean, I know some have for sure, just like newspapers, but also a lot of them just gone digital. So it's like you still have these magazines; they're just online.
Mm-hmm.
So I forget about that. Like people are still just on Facebook, and then they get an ad for muscular development or whatever. I don't know.
That's the one that shut down.
But yeah, what supplement store did you work at?
Nutrition House, Yorkdale.
Is that a franchise or was that just an independent store? Oh, okay.
Shout out Brandon Lee. He was my best boss.
Working at an independent would have been cool. Just like we can kind of figure out whatever we want to do here.
Yeah, and he did. And he was always changing stuff up of like what he put at eye level. Because obviously he was like, I did research and eye level is the most bought, whatever, right?
Yeah,
so we changed that up. He actually had us do little like tables in front of the store for the sports supplements because like it was Yorkdale Mall. Like there was no gym in the mall. People are coming on and off the subway there. So we were in that like subway kind of strip. But the sports supplements, he had good margins, but he couldn't sell enough because it just wasn't the. But then the Peloton store opened up next to us. That helped a bit. But like the like loyal customers were just employees that worked at the mall that needed their vitamins. And stuff.
Interesting. Yeah, because mine wasn't in a mall.
Right, because then I would go shop occasionally. Like once you work at Yorkdale Mall, you're like, I just want to leave. You're like, I don't want to shop here after.
No.
But then occasionally when I did, I'd go to the other stores and see all the people that came to see me at the store and stuff.
Oh, that's
like
funny.
The Versace store I went into.
Yeah,
like,
I would see how it worked for me in Orangeville was a lot of our customers worked out at Good Life.
Yeah.
This was that end of town.
Yeah.
And I had a membership at Good Life at the time. So I would go there and see people that I served a lot of the time.
Yeah.
So.
And they like that too. Because it's like the
probably
familiarity.
Yeah, probably.
That's so hard for me to say.
It was funny though. I was thinking about it. I had just the way people, like the different people that we served. I was thinking about this. There was I can think of one guy in particular. I can still picture him actually, because he probably only came in a couple times. Older fella, very aged skin, clearly a smoker. Smelled of smoke, looked like a smoker, everything, decades of cigarettes. And I remember him coming in and being like, I need a protein powder, but nothing artificial. All natural. And I remember being like, sir, you are artificial.
Yeah.
You're full of
chemicals.
Formaldehyde and asbestos and whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever they put in cigarettes.
One guy when we lived in North York, we were getting an oil change, and the guy that was like selling, like, they take care of you when you pull the car in or whatever, was talking to us about like you guys are big, you must work out or whatever. And then he was like, you're all natural though, right? Like no protein powder, right?
Oh, that's the best.
And I was like, what? Because they think protein powder is like not natural.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, we've had this conversation many times where we're like, I think it's a food replacement, not a like, I think it's a food, not like a.
I mean, it is a food.
Right? Like not a.
I mean, even
it's just a supplement.
I mean,
but
even
it's kind of both, but whatever.
I mean, even the government looks at it like a food. It is a food. Yeah. It's not technically like a supplement.
Which is because like, say on my intake form, it'll say like, what foods are you eating? And then they'll say, what supplements are you taking? And people always put protein powder in the supplements, not
which is fine.
I know.
It doesn't really
matter. That's what
matter.
I'm saying. It's just like, because they get it at a supplement store.
Well, not just that, but you also, what you do with it is you supplement with it.
Yeah.
Like if I don't consume enough protein through Whole Foods, then I would supplement with a whey protein or some type of protein powder. But like, technically it's a food because it's dried milk powder, dried dairy powder, or, you know what I mean? Like through the process of cheese. That's how it comes about. So it literally just comes from food.
The curds and whey.
It comes from food. Yeah, the curds and whey.
Yeah, what do you do with the curds?
Make poutine.
Yeah. When was the last time you ate poutine?
So I never liked poutine.
No?
No, it's not a good.
Did you know the guy from
I
Smoked
don't-
Poutine died?
I heard this, yeah. Maybe because
Alex, did you know
maybe
that?
because his food sucks.
No.
He also was on Super Size Me, and he
Is that the movie where he eats McDonald's and he's perfectly healthy and happy?
No, it's the movie where he ate poutine every day for a year and actually got healthier. That's my memory anyway.
So the average Canadian.
Yeah,
I guess so.
Especially after a night DT in Guelph.
Dude, yeah, I never got, that was the classic,
What did you
right?
get after a Guelph?
Shawarma. Like
No, after a Guelph party night?
shawarma, burrito, whatever. Yeah.
You didn't go Sun-Suns?
Oh, I did sometimes,
Sun-Suns,
yeah.
$4.50 for the whole thing.
Yeah, I did that a couple times.
And there was
Yeah.
like food fights in Sun-Suns.
Yeah.
There was like
There's real
man.
fights in
It was
Sun-Suns.
packed.
Yeah.
That was a vibe.
Yeah, 3 a.m.
That was
I
a
remember
vibe.
that.
I love that. Man, that was good.
That was good.
And then we ended up living on top of it,
Yeah, how funny is that?
right? Because that's where the
I would have never thought I'm going to live above here one day for a year.
Yeah, jeez. That was
What's like a good downtown Guelph story you have? Party story.
from like
A good one.
a good
And it
party
has to
story?
be, I mean, it could be any story, but like if it's a little embarrassing, even better. And even extra points if I've never heard it yet.
Okay.
Can you think of one that you can share publicly?
Embarrassing?
Doesn't have to be embarrassing, just a good story.
Well, the one time we went to Loft
hmm
and I was like, oh, this DJ is like really good. And then like music was really good. And then we went up to the DJ table
Yeah.
because what else do drunk girls do? And it was like one of my
Play
it was one of my,
Brown
like,
Eyed
it
Girl
was
by
one of my
Van
good
Morrison.
friends. It was one of my good friends from high school.
Oh, yeah.
And then we ended up just like dancing with
that
him
makes
behind
sense.
the.
It's all Guelph people.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
But he had moved in grade 11 or something.
Yeah.
I don't know, that was just random. That was good. My first night ever DT when I was turned 19 because I was a good
Like how you say
person. and
DT.
that's what we called it.
I know.
DT Guelph.
Yeah.
We said, oh, we're
I
going
mean, it's
DT.
like just as fast to say downtown. It's the same syllables. You just write
Downtown.
DT because it's quicker.
No,
it's funny how you
used
say
to
DT.
Say DT.
We're going DT.
Yeah, in university we just like, oh, we're going
DT Guelph.
DT.
Yeah,
Right?
okay.
Yeah, what like I don't know. I usually just had a good time. We did.
So you didn't have any wild stories. You just had a fun time, wholesome night with your friends, having a bit too much to drink, get your Sun-Suns, go home and have a nice sleep.
Yeah.
Good for you.
like literally almost every time.
Yeah, really, eh?
Yeah, I mean,
That's like the ideal party situation,
we had a
right?
fantastic pre.
That's good.
We all took the bus downtown together,
Yeah.
and then we
Took the bus.
Yeah, we took the bus because
Took
we
a
all
little
had
drunk
the free
bus.
little. It wasn't a
Guelph?
drunk bus because it was like on the way down.
Yeah, that's funny,
It
dude.
was still like real bus.
The bus just doesn't seem like a Guelph thing because I've never taken transit in Guelph.
Yeah, I know.
would just drive.
But once
or
you
Uber.
had the university, like they used to give out transit passes when I went.
you're a
Now they
student?
don't.
Oh, okay.
Now they don't. And so you had a little sticker on your student card, and you just hopped on because the place we used to it was like a 2-second walk to a bus stop. Hop on, go.
Dude,
and
you know
that's
that
it.
feeling when you're like, you're not even, I mean, you're definitely drunk, but you're so tired, might even be hungry because you didn't get any food, and your feet hurt from dancing, and you're like, because we would do this in Toronto, especially if it was, that was the only time I would use transit regularly.
Mm-hmm.
And you had to like you had to sit on the bus all the way back to west side of Toronto, like Rexdale, and you're like, I'm just gonna fall asleep.
Yeah, no, but we did it. We did bus to a subway station, and then we had to subway all the way to York University.
Dude, that sucks.
That was like no, but I
Uh.
remember multiple occasions on the way down. We were like all doing like pull-ups in the subway on
Yeah,
the
it's fun on the way down.
Yeah, on the way
Yeah,
back,
and then you're like, I just want to eat and go to bed. Yeah, I don't know. Good memories, but like I don't miss boozing. You know.
no,
When's our next drink gonna be?
I don't think I'll ever do it.
Really, eh?
Yeah, I think I'm done.
Sam's so extreme.
We'll see, but I just
Sam's so extreme. She's calling it up. We haven't had a drink in like months. I barely drank this summer. I had a few occasions where I
Yeah,
had one or two, and then one occasion where I had more than two. I got a little drunk. But other than that, like
When?
nothing. Went up to Uncle Paul's.
oh yeah,
Yeah, with Sash and had cigars and whiskey. Yeah, that was good. But other than that, I think that was the only time I like had multiple in one night
Wow.
that whole summer. So other than that, like it's end of November almost. Haven't had anything since like
Oh, that's great.
the summer, since like June.
We're also gonna do, I think, end of this episode.
I'm also, speaking of the end of this episode, this has nothing to do with the end of the episode. We're gonna have a drink when we need to figure out an arbitrary milestone for this podcast. Not number of episodes, but like number of like listens or something. We'll figure out. Actually, it's the end of the episode. So if you're listening this far, which I'm sure you are, you're going to comment below on whatever medium that you're listening to, and you're going to actually tell us.
Give us our milestone.
Give us some type of metric, that we're going to have a drink to. Sam might not because boring. Maybe I'll peer pressure her into it, but I will have a drink with Alex.
I don't know if you will.
Yeah, I think I will.
We'll see.
Yeah, I think I will. I think I will. We have so much booze still in our booze cabinet, whatever you call it. That we haven't even touched.
Booze cabinet.
Our booze cabinet. Anyways, thanks for listening.
Follow us.
Yeah, make sure you follow us. Follow the show at Stay Peaked, and definitely rate the show. We need 5-star reviews because that helps grow the show. Love you.